Hello everyone, it's me again, Hannah. This is my first video on YouTube discussing menstrual products. So I thought we'd just go for the basic one that I think quite a lot of people start on, which is pads. I also have a panty liner with me. Before I get started, this there, I have created a vagina for it, please don't ask how, and I'm going to be using him to help demonstrate and model various menstrual products. So I think, as he's going to be appearing quite a lot, we need a name for him. So if you want to comment down below what we should name this bear. I had named him Honey, but since it's going to be demonstrating tampons, I think it needs to be a her now, so let me hear what you think. So basically, pads, here's an unwrapped one, look like, are basically just a nappy. Stick them to your underwear, and you do not stick them to your vagina. Someone thought that once, you don't, you stick them to your underwear. And this soft cottony side just absorbs all the blood, that's all there is to it. They're easy to put on, I'll go through that later. I think it's a good starting point because you don't have to insert anything inside you, it's just on, off. They're good because you can easily tell when they need changing. You don't have to insert anything inside you, it's just not as daunting. And sometimes they can be quite comfortable. The downsides are you can feel very wet wearing one because you've got all that blood beneath you. Never swim in a pad because it will go everywhere. You need a panty liner, not a panty liner, a tampon or a menstrual cup for swimming. I did sports at school for 9 months, I think, in pads before I used anything else. So the fine fact that like dance, trampoline, gymnastics, I wouldn't recommend external protection as pads are called. I would recommend internal protection like tampons and menstrual cups. So they can be good, they're a really good starting place, and there's no risk of TSS, which I think I'll do a separate video on that. Just quickly now, it's toxic shock syndrome. It's possible to get it from pads, but it's very rare, but we'll discuss that later. So there are no known health risks associated with them, and they're just really basic and easy to carry around. Well, not basic, they're just intuitive. You stick it on, you're done. So I might as well, I'll show you the pads I've got first. I've got an Always Adult full-size night pad, an Always Adult full-size day pad. Oh, these are all disposables. And a Little Let's Teen day pad, and I'm pretty sure this panty liner is Always. So, hang on, I don't have to unwrap too many because these things are damn expensive. So, we've got this is your unfolded Always Teen day pad, and then, okay, flip it, I'll just have to unwrap them. So we've got, I'll just have to do this as demo. This is your Always full-size day pad. To open it, you just pull this tab. So that is your Always full-size day pad. This comes off to wrap the wings on. I like this one because it's got larger wings, so it's easier to keep it in place. It stays in place better. When I started using pads, I liked this because it didn't feel so much like a nappy as the rest, and once it's in place, it stayed in place. I mean, once you put it on, it takes a little bit of wriggling and adjusting to make it comfy, but I like that one. This one, I always use the teen night pads, so I haven't used another night pad, but this is it. Pretty big, that's just so you can wriggle. One thing I found when I use teen night pads, I use the full-size day pad, I found that sometimes I leaked wearing a night pad. So what I did, I'll just borrow this, after having to throw away 3 bed sheets because they were that badly stained, I discovered a technique in now my menstrual cup, so I don't need it, but you know. So you get your knickers. Here you stick, let's use this panty liner, just stick your night pad. Then roll up a bit of toilet roll and stick it here at the back and another bit here at the front. That stops you leaking, so I use that as well. I use that as well as night pad. I found that was a really good trick. So now I'll show you how to put on a pad. Oh, just for reference, to get off the pad, you literally just pull it off. There's no wriggling or anything, just pull it off. And pads need changing roughly every 3 to 4 hours. I mean, if you're on one of your lighter days, obviously not as often. If you're on a heavy day, obviously more often. And if you have heavy flow and lighter flow, so you need to adjust that. But you can see on it when it needs adjusting. They can take more than you think, but don't push it because it's just not comfortable when you push it. And you really don't want to leak. These pads, they do leak more often than other things, but not always. I have got some tampons here for a video I'm hoping to be filming next. Tampons, this is a non-applicator. I didn't personally like tampons, but I have friends who use tampons and they say always wear a pad just as backup. Personally, I say menstrual cups, you need just panty liners backup. But anyway, enough rambling. So, pad, This is an Xxxxx Teen Day pad. Xxxx do a really good teen starter kit, like some non-applicator tampons. I'm not sure if they're applicator tampons, they're just little things, and a leaflet all about everything. So my mum got that for me like a few years before I started. But anyway, so we get here. On here it was pink, but it was white on the other ones. It's just this little tab here. Pull it. Sometimes it's stiff on these pads, I find. Pull it. Open it. Open it. And the most one, there's just like a colour bit here that you pull off. This one has a little white bit as well, which makes it easy to pull off. But don't try and pull just the blue bit off. In that, then I'm going to bring the teddy a bit closer. You can't see that now. You get the knickers, just stick it on, attach it. Then this bit here, I'll show you on a different pad. This bit across the wings. I'm not doing so well at this, am I? It's kind of hard doing it on another person, teddy. You pull it off and bin it, and then you wrap the wings, oh dear, round underneath your knickers, and that keeps it in place. And then you just pull it up, adjust, and you're off. I find that the Xxxx teen pads have quite small wings, so I did have some trouble with, not trouble, but like slight mishaps with it wriggling around. I didn't leak, but I wasn't that impressed with that. The ones with bigger wings are tricky to get on because there's just so much more to stick on, but I do find it better. They do wingless pads for like very light days, but it's basically bigger Pantyliner. Pantyliners are intuitive, but I'll just show you. This is the side goes up, this side just peel off, then stick this side to the pants, this side absorbs. And I wear a Pantyliner every day because I get quite a lot, well, not a lot of discharge, but I get a discharge. Pantyliners are good for either, I'm not sure if I've said this already, either very, very light days or days where you're not on your period but it's still like something there, either because your period's due or just because you get discharged and you don't want it to stay in your pants. So that's what I use them for. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me in the comments on my blog, channel, this video, any other videos, or at hannah.periodhelp@gmail.com. I'll be happy to offer you free, impartial, confidential advice. I won't give you information out, I won't laugh at you, because I know sometimes you just need help. So if you need anything, contact me. Bye, see you soon.